Welcome to another repair video. My name is George and today we're going to repair a RANE TTM-57SL Mixer. If you need to order parts for this mixer and to send donations, you can send donations and order parts george@360mix.com. This mixer has a broken left and right pan potentiometer. If you have a different button broken, the same procedure will apply. All you need to do is apply all the procedures to your button. The top half of this TTM-57SL has a total of 8 screws. The 2 middle screws and the 2 bottom screws are larger, so please keep those separately. The rest of them are all going to be the same. The bottom part of the mixer has 4 screws. Please remove these. Fader controls will now need to be removed. You can remove these by hand. If they're tight, all you need to do is put a towel over them and with a needle nose pliers lift them up carefully to avoid scratches. On the bottom half of the mixer, you'll have 2 more screws that you will need to remove. Please remove those now. Remove all the buttons from the top half of the mixer. Keep in mind that the input buttons, the gain, and the P1 and P2 button, as well as the fader Q button, are different. Now very carefully lift the faceplate of the mixer. You will find 4 cables that need to be replaced. The middle one right here and the 3 in the bottom. Notice that the red mark is on the right hand side of the mixer. Also, make note that the headphone jack cable on the right hand side indicated will also need to be removed. Just pull on it. As you can see here, this is the potentiometer we're going to be replacing. Let's remove the top half if it's loose. And we're going to desolder the bottom part, the green part. Remove the retaining washer from the microphone with a needle nose plier and the 3 Phillips set screws from the RCA panel. As you can see, we have loosened the top half of the board. This board is still being held by 3 plastic studs. Now let's angle the mixer and see what we find. You'll see on the left hand side a ribbon cable. In the middle there's another ribbon cable. And the last ribbon cable. You can take these apart by just pulling on the top. You'll also see the plastic stud which already came loose from the top and the 2 back ones that I'm indicating now. To remove the ribbon cable, all you need to do is slide your hand and just grasp and pull down. The best way to remove this board without breaking, keep the board on the left hand side and flex the metal housing of the mixer outward so the board will pop out from the right hand side. Once you have removed the board, this is a perfect time to check for other bad components. But we are interested in this potentiometer. Hold it with your finger on one side, flip it around, and mark it with a grease pen or a Sharpie. This is optional, but at least you know which is the one you need to remove. Now we're going to desolder the component. I like to apply a little bit of flux to my board before desoldering. I ran out of regular liquid, so I'm using paste at this moment. And I begin the desoldering process. Once the part has been removed, I like to clean the vias with a wick to make sure that there is no solder inside the via. This is the new potentiometer we're going to install. This one has an indent in the middle. Place the component on the board. Apply more flux before soldering. And begin to solder the new component on the board. Inspect the soldering joints now. I will now clean the flux with the isopropyl alcohol. I will now test both potentiometers to compare both the left and the right to see if they're installed properly. And this concludes our repair job. We have finished the repair. To assemble the mixer, please follow the procedures in the reverse order. Take this time to send a donation to george@360mix.com with your PayPal account. Every bit helps. I have saved you several $100s in this repair. Also, make sure to please like and subscribe